with Kyle Evans. Grow with Kyle Evans.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet, good morning to you. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to another episode of The G.R.O.W Show, your daily checkup from the neck up. Kyle Evans here, getting to hang out with you for a quick 20 minutes or so this morning. Man, this week's been a fun week so far, and we're going to continue it today. I've challenged myself to give to you guys wisdom nuggets and lessons that we can take and apply to our business and our life from Christmas movies. Christmas movies. Who would have thought that there is some strategic wisdom, some strategic plays that we can inject into our businesses, into our worlds? Yesterday, we talked about Buddy the Elf and the joy of leadership. Today, we're going with one that I got to introduce to my niños a couple days ago for family movie night, and they loved it, so I figured might as well dive in. It's one of the greatest Christmas movies probably ever made. Not because it's funny, at least in my opinion for this, but because it hides a blueprint for strength, for strategy, for stepping up before you're ready. The movie I'm speaking of is Home Alone. Kevin McAllister. Home Alone, if you look at it through the right lens, it's not necessarily a movie about a kid being left behind. It's a movie about a kid rising above fear, a kid about building a plan, a kid defending his home, a kid stretching, a kid becoming stronger through pressure. Home Alone's got some nuggets in it, ladies and gentlemen, and you can call me Chick-fil-A because I'm going to be serving them up all morning long. Kevin McAllister goes from overwhelmed and underestimated to resourceful and resilient. He becomes the version of himself he didn't know he could be in the beginning of the movie. The pressure forced him to grow. I want you to think about the pressure in your life and say, thank you. I want you to be a pipe, not a diamond. Pressure bursts pipes, but pressure makes diamonds. Today, we're going to talk about how to harness that Kevin energy in your life to make sure that you're living the best way possible. So let's think about this, man. Let's play this out in our mind. By the way, if you've never seen Home Alone, there's probably going to be some spoiler alerts in here. So maybe go watch that before you watch the rest of this episode. Guys, the turning point of the movie kind of seems similar, maybe even parallel to some of us in the turning point of our adulthood. I want you to go back in your mind's eye here and think about this. Kevin wakes up to a quiet house. His house is normally full of people, full of energy, full of his family, full of commotion, full of all the things that happen in a normal day. But this day is different. He wakes up and there's not a peep. There's no parents. There's no siblings. Guys, there's no help. There's no safety net. This moment happens to each and every one of us at some point. At some point in our lives, we realize that no one is coming to save us. No one is coming to solve our life for us. No one is coming to rescue our goals. No one is going to come build your business for you. The ultimate truth is no one is coming to take responsibility for your choices. Just like in real life, it happens in the movie, Kevin panics for a second. But then he does something that a lot of us may not have yet done. He smiles and he takes ownership. He switches from the victim to the owner. I made my family disappear, is what he says. There is power in accepting responsibility. There is strength in saying, this is my life now. It's on me. Pressure can either paralyze you or it can pull your potential to the surface. The same boiling water that softens the potato hardens the egg. We have to learn to use and build resourcefulness as a skill, even under fire. Heck, especially under fire. If you think about the movie, Kevin the Kid, he doesn't have experience. He's not a Navy SEAL. He's like 7 years old. He doesn't have training, but he's resourceful. He uses one of the things I love so much about this movie, and I want to bring it up. He uses what he has. He uses what he has. He adapts quickly. He solves problems creatively. He learns by doing. Tell me this isn't a mirror for real world, guys. This is core entrepreneurship here. This is core running a business. You will never have all the skills before you start. And if you wait till you have all the skills before you start, you ain't ever going to start. You learn the skills by stepping into the situation. Resourcefulness, it's born where pressure meets courage, where you take action even in the face of uncertainty. It's okay to be inadequate as long as you meet that inadequacy with responsibility. Most people wait until they feel ready. Kevin got ready by acting. That's the lesson. Your next level doesn't always require more resources. Hear me. Your next level does not require more resources, but what it does demand of you is more resourcefulness. We miss that. We don't save ourselves. One of the things that Kevin does super well, at least in my opinion, that can be adopted into business and in life is he's got a strategy board. He makes the plan. He's got it all laid out. He knows where to go. There's an age-old saying, fail to plan, plan to fail. Kevin does the opposite, man. He plans. He maps out his entire defense, every single trap, the whole house, the advantages, the weaknesses. It's written down before the burglars even arrive. That's strategic thinking. Are we, as entrepreneurs, as people in life, anticipating problems before they come? Are we preparing solutions for potential problems? Do we know our environment? Are we aware of our strengths that we can utilize and implement into different areas of our life? This is what high performers do. They don't wing it. So many entrepreneurs, so many agents, so many people I talk to are just winging everything. Stop waiting to be overwhelmed before you start planning. Build a plan before the pressure even hits. Do me a favor, think about this question for a second. Where do you need a strategy board in your life? Where do you need a strategy board in your life? Do you need one for your time? You definitely need one for your business. I'll answer that for you. What about your fitness? Finances? Key relationships? Here's one we don't think about enough. What about a strategy board to protect and grow your mental health? The lesson to take away from this is Kevin is teaching us that planning is not about perfection. It's about having clarity when the chaos comes. Do you have clarity, ladies and gentlemen? And if you don't, it's time to slow down, especially this time of year. One of the things that Kevin does well in the movie, outside of the ones we discussed, is he builds courage through small acts of bravery. If you've seen the movie, you know he doesn't necessarily start brave. He becomes brave through repetition. He goes outside alone. He goes and buys groceries by himself. He finally faces the basement furnace monster. He talks to the scary, creepy old man neighbor. He keeps confronting his fears over and over and over again. And these tiny acts stack into a courageous, stronger identity. I keep trying to tell people this until they get it. Courage isn't usually built in one massive moment. It's built in hundreds of small moments. It's where we sit down, look at ourselves internally, and say, I'm going to choose progress here. Every small, courageous act we take, it makes the next one easier because it raises your floor. This is how confidence is formed, having data points to pull on. We have to lean into this lesson wise young Kevin and the writers of Home Alone are laying out for us, wrapped in Christmas cheer. Another takeaway from the movie that I'd like you to consider is that the burglars are metaphors for your life's opponents. Harry and Marv, the wet bandits. They're real. They represent things that are trying to break into your life, into your business. You see, they don't show up like cartoon characters in the movie. They tend to show up things like doubt, procrastination, self-sabotage, distraction, unhealthy patterns, fear, overwhelm. These things sneak in just like the burglars in the show. Stop leaving the doors of your life unlocked. Kevin teaches us you got to defend your life intentionally. You must protect your future on purpose. A good way to do this is through boundaries. Boundaries is your home in Home Alone. The boundaries are what you're going to defend with your traps, with your plan. Your boundaries are not selfish. Your boundaries are survival. We got to lean into this fact. Another thing that the burglars teach us is that pain can create wisdom. Pain can create skill. Heck, dude, and more often than not, pain does create wisdom, especially in life. Think about it. The burglars, they step on ornaments, they fall down the steps, they get hit with irons, they burn their hands, they walk into all the traps. It hurts. It looks chaotic. It seems ridiculous, but it has a lesson. In fact, I believe it's the second Home Alone. The burglars even recall one of the traps and say, I'm not going to fall for this again. Pain makes you pay attention. Pain can teach you what to avoid next time. It can build resilience if we let it. Guys, give me your eyes, give me your hearts here. Every mistake in your life, every loss, every moment that hurt, it has the power to make you wiser. But I need you to use the pain. I need you to actually learn from it. That makes the pain worth it, turning it into insight. That's what Kevin does. That's what the burglars do. So should you. I want to land this plane with the end here. The return of the family. When Kevin's mom finally comes home, she's greeted by someone different. It's not the same boy she left behind. This Kevin is capable. This Kevin has courage. This Kevin has grown in wisdom. He's steady. This is the beauty that we often miss of tough seasons of our life. There are going to be seasons where you feel unseen. There are going to be seasons when you feel unsupported. There are going to be seasons when you feel uncelebrated. There are going to be seasons when you feel unnoticed. There are going to be seasons when you ask yourself, when will this season end? Am I strong enough to make it through? Guys, those are the seasons where you become someone different, someone wiser, more grounded. Those are the seasons you become stronger. Being alone, being in a stormy season, it doesn't break you, it builds you. Kevin McAllister learned who he was along the way. Not by being coddled, not by being surrounded by his family, but by being stretched, by being tried, by being pushed. This is what we've got to take away from this. If you want to take this lesson of Home Alone and how to put this resiliency into action, I want you to ask the Kevin question. And I love this question. What can I do today with what I already have? What can I do today with what I already have? Not what do I need? Not who do I need help from? Not when will I feel ready? What can I do today? What action can I take? What motion can I begin? What small step forward can I do with what I already have? What can I do today with what is already in my hands? That's getting resourceful. Ask yourself the Kevin question each morning. Resourcefulness will build your confidence. Confidence will build your courage. Courage will move into action, and action will build your results. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, be like Kevin. Face the day, own it, use what you have, protect what matters, and allow yourself to grow through the pressure. This is a case study in self-reliance and courage, not just a goofy kids movie for Christmas. You got more strength in you than you think, just like Kevin did. You got more tools at your disposal than you realize. You have more resourcefulness than you give yourself credit for. Pressure does not expose your weakness. Pressure reveals your strength. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet, I'll leave you with this. When life leaves you home alone, step up. Plan. Act. Grow. Lead. You are capable of far more than your fear will admit. Happy Wednesday to you. Go crush it today.
Grow with Kyle Evans.